Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finale of tonight's Pro League Night 1 of this week. Tuesday it is, and we are about to witness Northern Forces go up against eUnited, who has been hot and cold most of this Pro League. And one of the things that is for certain never cold are most of their players. Boys looking hotter and fresher every single day. Jacob, run us through the eUnited roster if you don't mind.
I mean, you know him, you love him. You got Dyslexic, newest member of the squad, Demise, TJ, duo of duos, been together for such a long time. And the man that his name says it all, Powerz, really being an above and beyond one of the best players that we have in the league today. But if anything has taught us, you can have the best players, but it's all about that teamwork that really makes the dream work.
They want to try to make a dream work tonight, but they're going up against the Northern Forces, ladies and gentlemen, a roster comprised of Rocky, Lava, Cellz, and Kenny. They're on a hot streak as of late, winning a few games back to back to back, but this will be their toughest test yet. This is quite the stretch for them, starting and ending. Pittsburgh Knights ending with eUnited. If they win here, they are finding themselves at the top of the echelon. They are putting people on notice, and from Northern Forces is our player to watch for this matchup. It's my dad himself, Kenny Bounce, with the 23rd overall KDA and 21st kill participation, but in the top 10 in damage done per 10 minutes. And Jacob, you know that's because he always will find himself in the right spot to help.
I mean, for as old as he is, you know that he knows his ABCs when it comes to that damage. Always be crossing. Always be active in these matches. If you're not going in, leading the charge of eliminations, you better be getting information. If you're not getting information, you better be getting position. There's something for you to do at all stages in the game, even if it doesn't look like it. You have to stay proactive. I think Kenny Bounce is one of those players that has proven time in and time out, no matter if it's Gears of War 3 to Gears of War 5, that it's not all about slaying that wins those championships.
I can't believe you just forgot Gears 2 on us right there, baby. You know damn well.
There was no championship for him to win in Gears 2, though.
Yeah, but he was still putting people to the bricks, baby. He was still always putting people in the hurt business, baby. Boy, I tell you what. All right, let me get off. Let me get off that train for now.
My first time with Kenny, it was in a pickup scrim. I didn't have a mic. He was sitting underneath the stairs in Jacinto, letting his whole team die just for him to clutch up. And as soon as he got that first clutch, he got the guy down. I booted him right out of the lobby. You get yourself out of there if you're going to let me die for you to clutch up. Yeah, I did it. I booted him right out. And then lo and behold,
does that count
family.
because you're the leader of the Funky Bunch? Does that?
It does.
Okay. All right. I guess that's
that
acceptable.
was his initiation of sorts.
Okay, that's fine.
No clutch for you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just like he was initiated to the Funky Bunch, we're going to initiate you to our bands for the matchup. Jacob, as always, I want you to break it down for me, baby.
Are you sure? Because I figure out a way to take us on a wild ride every single time I end up talking. But Reactor Clock Tower, I like those bands away because you know how Kenny likes to think overall. Afira Execution District, you know that Northern Forces are keeping those maps out of eUnited as a whole. And eUnited just banding away Harbor, not because they're bad at it, not because Northern Forces are good at it.
They're scared of Northern Forces.
No, I was going to say, it just ups the chances of the desert making its appearance. They want Vasgar, so they're just banding away one of the two maps to make it a possibility.
All right, I can completely see that. Let's take a look at what maps were picked, though, because we gotta play somewhere. Regency, Canals, Vasgar, Ritual, and finishing it off with Checkout Execution. Jacob, you're giving Powerz a free sniper!
I would say, who sniped? But you gotta forget, Lava has the sniper on Canals. Lava came up with game battles sniping against the best of the best. How many players can you say has sniped against Franchise, has sniped against Prospect, sniped against the Vexies, sniped against
Hudson's,
This
Eternity.
Man, he has sniped against Hudson's and Eternity as well.
I know, baby,
Lava
the Great White
has
Shark.
faced against every single person. If you look at maps like Regency as well, Ritual as well, even though they're kind of control and they're the track race of just all-out aggression, you gotta imagine Kenny Bounce knows exactly where to put his Slayers, Cellz, and Rocky in order to come out on top. Even though I feel like it screams, you know, eUnited, they have more chemistry, they have more teamwork, I don't think it screams it that loud.
Well, one way or the other, we're going to find out because they got to roll out of spawn still. You said that there's all this lineage, there's all this heritage to finally, go in the favor of one of these teams. Jacob, I'm looking across the board in our chat right now. The predictions overall are kind of close, but I mean, some pretty famous names out in our chat right now. Of course, we got Letnick out there. Brute is out there. We have Echidna from eUnited, one of the ladies that played in the Lady Spartan Pro series. She's come over to watch some Gears Esports action. She voted for eUnited. It seems like it's becoming insurmountable, unfathomable for the forces to maybe take this, Jacob. But we got to go into our predictions, and I went first last time, so it's only right that you pick first in this one.
I'm trying to figure out where to start with this one, because there was a couple predictions ago, might have even been during a major, where I literally brought an egg with me to show my love and affection for Kenny. The egg bounce, you know what I'm saying? And I scrambled up that egg and ate it after. It was a very delicious start to the day. I don't know. I just don't see it. I think no matter if this is 3-2, 3-1, or 3-0, I think eUnited is going to be able to edge it out because of brute force. I think that's going to be the key that eUnited has over this Northern Forces squad.
I'll make it real simple and sweet. Everybody knows me. They know that I pick with my heart. I pick my favorites, and I stand by them through the end of time. I will stand that test of time. You only get so many games to watch Joe Montana. You only got so many times to see Mariano Rivera. You only got to witness the greatness that was a guy in baseball named Hank Aaron for so long as an Atlanta Braves fan. You only got to witness these guys put on Hall of Fame careers and put up numbers like nobody else in history. I will go to my grave picking Kenny Bounce every time I get the chance to. Northern Forces, you got me in your corner.
Does that make me a bad friend?
No, it doesn't make you bad. You're smart.
I was going to say, because
you saw Blaze in the Pro League cash chat. Everybody knows I'm going to finish last because they want to win these predictions, but at the end of the day, who gives a rat's ass? I go to sleep with a clear mind and a good heart because I know damn well I'm with my boys. I will always support those that I love. And I mean, if you were on any of these rosters, I'd pick that squad every time. I wouldn't give a damn, Jacob. I wouldn't have to worry about you losing because you're the best of all time.
Get me in there. He wants me to play. You guys heard it here live from Colin himself. We need to get me in there before this season. I'll figure it out, Colin. I will figure out a way. I will infiltrate in E-Days. I will end up in the All-Star game. I'll figure out a way to get every single player out of Gears Esports until I'm the only option.
Things that aren't announced.
I'll figure it out. I'll infiltrate E-Days.
I love you so much, Jacob.
I'm infiltrating, bro. See me next Thursday.
All right, yeah, look.
Playoffs.
The only person better than sliding than you are was probably Kenny Lofton for the Cleveland Indians back in the day. Man was a right fielder, had speed out of this mind, and he had one of the best hook slides I've ever seen in my life. He used to do this move where he'd move inside on the baseline, they'd go for the tag inside the diamond, and he'd just hit this little drop step, slide out to the outside of the bag, grab it with his outside hand, hook slide into there. Man, one of the best slides I've ever seen.
I don't even know what you just said.
Hey, look.
That was one of those moments where I don't even have to duck down. You just talked right over my head.
All right, Chad, hit me with the eUnited prediction. I know I'm all by my lonesome out here.
We're ready to make it happen. Hey, I mean, you got mom and dad on your side. You got your mom and your dad.
It don't matter to me. I'm always going to support the people I love. It ain't never going to change.
I'm going to support him, too.
I'm going to be that guy.
I support Kenny Bounce. I want to see him win a championship.
Not tonight you didn't. You supported eUnited. I watched you do it.
No, after the game's over, I'm going to let him know, send him a text. Yo, good try, sport. Good try.
No, sir. I don't care who. He could go up against God himself. I'll be in his corner, baby. I'll be in his corner.
Yeah.
Map number one, it's going to be a pretty interesting map number one because of the fact that we have seen how good both of these teams have been on that map time and time again. I think, again, you have to have a good start if you're Northern Forces. You've got to be able to come out. You got to come out and you got to be ready to take eUnited to task. If you even want a chance in this matchup, you got to take a map 1 and maybe even a map 1 and 2 against them.
Yeah, but I think that makes this a little bit too hard for Northern Forces, that I think is just how aggressive eUnited does play in a lot of the scenarios. And then you look at the picks and back, the map cycle, and essentially it can get very, very one-sided and aggressive if a team does have what it takes to take control of the match. Even though I'm not saying Northern Forces does not But if you look at the two play styles, you have two leadership style players in both Kenny and Lava, two slayers in both Cellz and Rocky. They don't have that all for death ball role that Toby talks about to be able to steamroll a lot of their competition. And that's what makes me most concerned about the roster. Do I still think they're going to be an elite team? They can surprise people during the major. Yes, I do. But once that fire and tornado ends up storming, that's where I think it's going to be hard for them to survive.
I completely understand, Jacob. I know where you're going with it. I see all the reasons. I'm not denying any of the reasons that you or probably anybody in chat would give for picking eUnited. I don't find any fault in that. Again, at the end of the day, a lot of these teams are extraordinarily close. eUnited, a lot of people would say that they just got too much firepower. They're too strong for them. They're too great of a unit, and they've been on a roll. They've been hot, and they've been cold. They've taken some lumps, but it's usually when they kind of don't take the game seriously. You know damn well Powerz ain't going to try.
True.
He don't want to lose to Kenny. You know Powerz does not want to lose this match. You know TJ don't want to lose this match because they'll never hear the end of it.
Nope.
So
especially at the end.
Yeah, without a doubt. So I'm going with my heart. I know what it is. I know what we're up against, and I don't mind that. I want to see the best matchup of the night, though. We've seen, 3-1s back to back. I want to see a five mapper right here.
I will say, though, if there's any of these rosters that I'm not going to say they're incomplete rosters. I think Northern Forces, they have that core three from when Toady was here. You insert in Rocky, which I like that switch up overall because when you have Kenny, Toady, and Lava, leadership style players all together, something is going to be lacking. Something is going to be missing. So you add in another Slayer and Rocky. I do believe that Kenny and Lava can will it out of the rest of their team, essentially. And I know Cellz has been Mr. Consistent. And if there's any matchup to really take, it is this one because you kind of hit the nail on the head. There are times when eUnited does not take their opponent seriously. So this could be a chance for, eUnited can kind of look over their opponent, maybe sleep on them a little bit. Out of the gate, Northern Forces wins map number 1, possibly map number 2 as well. eUnited's in a hole that they possibly cannot climb out of. You mixed in with the fact that no matter if it's this iteration of the roster or the one I was talking about with Toady, Northern Forces has been known to upset some rosters or at least bring them to a game 5. So even though I did predict eUnited overall, I'm going for the smarter play. I think that Northern Forces is one of those I got heart style plays, and they're not going to give up without a fight.
I also look at this as if there's any time for eUnited to try to rev up their gameplay, it's now. I mean, they got this week and next week to get ready for that major, and we saw what happened last time. They rode a wave of momentum. They were on the shoulders of a great set of momentum, and Powerz being their leader, stand out and stand strong, only to fall to a really incredible play from Raj. Shout out to them for coming back out of losers bracket and winning that grand finals. But ladies and gentlemen, waiting on one player to get into this game so that we can get it started and get things underway. We'll get the action to you as fast as humanly possible. But for now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Pro League, ladies and gentlemen. I am Colin the Crow Clark, being joined by the very amazing, very handsome, very standout, very astute, very smart, very fast.
You call me short?
Astute.
Oh, I thought you called me like stout or something like they used to call George Costanza. And I know he's short. It's like hopefully that was the only short break we're really going to get with Rocky joining the game. I was about to say, Colin, I had enough of Reflections call me short. Hunter called me short. I hear it one more time. A wrap.
I saw the pictures from your trip, man. You can't be that short.
No, that's what I'm saying. The camera was trying to do me in. They were trying to edit me that way. That's why I looked a little bit chubbier as well.
They tried to give you stubby knees. Is that what it was?
Exactly. They know I'm 6'2". The cameras really be doing me wrong.
6'2" with an 8-pack.
Exactly. 6'2" with an 8-pack. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bring the beverages to the party. That's all I gotta say.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an interesting one as we are allowing the players to get into the lobby. I believe you said it was Rocky who we are waiting on.
You can say we're allowing me to play. I was like, bro.
Yes, Jacob.
I got the casting headset and the game sound headset. Yo, Kenny, I got your back. Hold on, who's not in here? Rocky? Yeah, Kenny, I definitely got your back.
You got the droopiest device.
Don't worry about my eyes, bro. I need my third headset.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm ready to play. I can't even see, but I'm ready to play right now. I'm ready.
Are those all Astros?
Heck yeah, what do you think? I use anything else?
Yo, look at this. Oh my God.
How do I take it off? Hold up, I got too many. Which one's first? Take them all off. Let's start over.
Oh my God, you're gonna kill me. Oh, are those Funky Bunch ear tags?
One of a kind. One of a kind. One of a kind. And Kenny, if wins this match, I'll send him a pair. Actually, I'll probably send him a pair regardless. Don't tell him because I want him to win the match.
Don't tell him because he won't win it because he doesn't want Funky Bunch speaker tags.
I wasn't thinking that. I thought maybe he'd want him too much. He might choke up a little bit.
No.
But that's a possibility too, knowing Kenny.
I don't have anything close to me to pull out at this time. I did a lot of cleaning yesterday, and there's nothing. Usually, it gets worse and worse as I bring props into the area for me to pick up. Oh man,
thankful. I was about to say I'm thankful. That laptop already had
actually. Hold on, you know what?
I just can't wait till he shows the laptop.
You want to know?
And there's
you
want to
know what keys. I did tonight?
Oh,
you know what I did tonight?
I'm scared.
I saw this.
Oh.
And I said, get out of here! Get out of here! I'm taking Northern Forces. I'm taking them. Taking Northern Forces. That's what I did.
eUnited just sent me a message calling me short. I might have to switch my pick.
Wait. Show the receipts.
Sent me a message.
Show the receipts. Show the receipts.
Without showing too much. Oh, it's there. I don't know. It's just there. It's small. It says you're short.
It's as small as you are.
And up top was a big paragraph about how much they love me, so don't even worry about that one. United, see me in the streets, buddy. The streets of Jacinto. Let's bring it back. I mean, they call me short, bro.
Oh man,
my whole life boiled down to getting the spotlight just to be called short by eUnited.
Your whole life dictated by a ruler. I swear to God right now. Let's see what they're going to do on Regency as everybody's life is going to be dictated by the 600 health that each one of these characters have when they roll off a spawn.
That's it. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a comeback from eUnited. They got me stumped right now. They got me stumped. I just became one of the biggest Northern Forces fan in the world.
You're going to start rooting for him now, aren't you?
Every single time. That's a great play rolling out of spawn by Northern Forces.
Well, early in this one, eUnited taking control over the hill. They've got Northern Forces on the back foot here on the outside. 3 players trying to break in through the front door. They're going to go for the extra rotation inside, but double down from Rocky. Gets the kill onto Dyslexic and Powerz. Demise and TJ, last 2 alive. They're going to throw the shock out. Quick little cook there onto Kenny after the rotation, but Demise is going to go down. Quick little revive out onto him. They're going to be in this position to try to hold onto this hill. First aid comes out, doesn't find anybody. Demise bouncing around, trying to stay alive as long as he can. Full red goes down, and now TJ will pull up on Cellz toward the backside of the Rose Guard. He's going to get taken out, and the lead will change in just a few moments if Northern Forces can hold on to this hill.
Cellz trying to be the hero, able to save Rocky for a moment, but he gets dropped over the top. Soon to follow is Cellz, as Kenny trying to be the last stand. Chunks out Demise from the backside, trying to cloud out and keep Powerz busy, but a great shot's gonna be landed by Powerz, and a great back A by Kenny Bounce as he scrambles his opponent.
Beautiful little rotation here. They get the hill back, they get that lead back as well, and they're gonna start rotating up toward the second hill. eUnited already out in the spawn area and on this hill, loading up really their guns, loading up their position, getting ready to stop the retake here from the side of Northern Forces. Flashes and smokes thrown consecutively, back to back to back. 4 more shots in the chamber for the M-bar of Kenny, and I think that big headshot there after body shot in his own teammate may be the answer they needed.
Now, sometimes if there's a smoke going down, you don't even know. Kenny's teammate thought he almost got chunked in the back. He said, don't worry about it. Lava goes down, almost getting cleaned up with the pistol fire, but he goes down yet again. Kenny trying to be the hero. Lots of damage going to be on him, but saving Lava was the right play. He's able to strike back, take down Powerz. Rocky from the side takes down Dyslexic as well. They get a possible 60 seconds, which is left on the hill.
Let's see what they're able to do here as they rotate into this next position. Waiting for that next retake coming in. On the hill, Northern Forces has a little bit of a point lead. Cellz through the middle of the map, trying to sneak up on Powerz. Has an angle here to put pressure on him. Keeping Powerz out of the fight isn't a bad play here. Keeping him kind of damaged up, locked up in a 1v1. not able to give him the ability to rotate with his teammates, sets them off the kilter and keeps Northern Forces in control over this hill and gives them a decent lead.
Not only they get the lead, they get the new M-bar in the hands of Kenny Bounce to continue to hit body shots and headshots, collecting both damage and eliminations. And you can see they're trying to go deep in the spawn. Rocky's trying to be the first one there, but they cannot overstep their boundaries. Hill is going to be their focal point, but they got to take it one step at a time.
They have the close respawn. Shots out here to the right-hand side. Demise will go down. TJ on the flank gets the kill onto Kenny. Lava's taken down by Powerz, so it is a 3v2 on the map right now. TJ with a big angle here. Dyslexic trying to just stay alive as he rotates up the stairs, but Cellz is going to chase him out, get the kill onto TJ, and now Demise finds it down onto Cellz. This is just back and forth we go. A little teeter-totter action inside of the hill. Rocky trying to stay alive. He's going to get shot over the top, gets taken down, will go out. Middle of the map, it's going to be Lava and Kenny having to rotate back through the big door. Now Powerz will push up toward this big door, toward the close respawn. They have TJ just holding on to it. Powerz has seen Kenny. There's no way Kenny can see him because of the elevation change here, so they'll be tagged up a little bit in a differential, and I think 3 players are coming through the bottom side of the map, so Powerz will have to rotate back down, I believe.
Just biding their time in order to get that shock grenade, and you can see them try to throw it towards the backside to try to put them out of that cover, force them forward. Secondary flash coming in from Dyslexic to be able to get that elimination onto Rocky and force the remaining members back, and that puts Lava and Cellz in a spot. You continue to try to hold the position or go forward, sacrifice your life, or do you waste even more time trying to get back? And I think that's neither here nor there, as Powerz is going to chase down both of those players, clean up both of the eliminations, and continue to put pressure around the map.
This is going to be Powerz at the bottom side of the stairwell, allowing them to hold on to this hill for the last few moments if they wish to, and rotate toward the T-table. TJ with a bunch of damage out. Will not be able to get that first down, but he is going to continue to put pressure. Lava, and now Kenny trying to rotate onto Powerz. 3 players in the middle of the map get the down onto him. 1 player is going to chase out. Kenny's still going to be up and alive. Backside of the T-table. Back A by TJ gets 1. Now the down comes through, but the big shot by Rocky will settle his tea kettle. Dyslexic shot on, throws out at least 1 nade, but doesn't find any kill, and right now we are just continuing the back and forth, the tug of war, so to say, in this map 1.
Yep. Started off with really Northern Forces getting that lead. On the other side, it was eUnited that struck back, but now it's Northern Forces' chance to regain that lead. You see Cellz overstepping his boundaries, getting aggressive. He's going to go down. Lava unable to connect with the M-bar shots for now, but Rocky infecting that fight towards the middle side of the map with the high ground. Another shot going to be landed. Kenny Bounce trying to be the reinforcements. They're going to continue to clean up the eliminations, but it's Powerz who once again goes back-to-back, cleaning up 2 and giving eUnited the upper hand.
Powerz, backside of that ledge, will get another kill right there onto Cellz. They will be able to hold on to this and take the lead back if they so choose to, as they are just waiting in the wings here for anybody to try to rotate onto them. That's going to be a big kill if they can get the down here, because 3 players from Northern Forces are already at the hill. 1 player holding to that big door. It's going to be Rocky. This is where things will get interesting in the next few moments, as they have a good differential here, but Rocky going down there, Lava going down there, excuse me, Rocky as well, not a good look for them. Kenny goes to the back, they won't be able to find it. Kenny playing in perfectly. He's going to be full red. Powerz will go down. Can they find any of the kills back here? Or will Dyslexic go down as well? This is really just a stalemate fight over the initial points of this hill.
Yep, they were able to find the eliminations. Kenny doing the smart job of trying to stagger out Dyslexic for as long as possible, but enough is enough. eUnited knows they got to get the Thorn out of their side in the form of Kenny, and they do, but it comes at a cost. They all leave the hill, and immediately it's Northern Force who cement themselves 10 toes down directly into the hill, but it's eUnited who have to take control and advantage of the numbers that they have, with TJ going in first. He's able to get that first elimination onto Cellz. Rocky gets the trade, but the numbers are still in favor of eUnited as eliminations are being cleaned up. But Rocky turning this one on its side, staying alive, trying to teeter it in the favor of Northern Forces.
Doing everything that he can. Rocky gives it his best effort. Still tied up right now. Just as close as a knife's edge. 126, 126. TJ versus Kenny, top side of the map. He drops 1 frag to continue to keep the distance between him and a teammate. Throws another one to his right. Here comes the flash. Beautiful frag right there. Keeps 1 player from pushing up his left-hand side. The shot in from the M-bar misses, and he's going to go down to the 2v1. Lava, with the M-bar missed, is going to get chased here by multiple members from eUnited, and eUnited has started to heat up here in the mid-portions of this map number 1 as they take the lead over the hill. With 30 seconds left on it, they're going to have Lava pretty much squished out here at the very middle stairwell.
Look how much attention that Lava is garnering from every member of the eUnited except for Demise, who's far, far back on the hill. So even though he's going down, getting bled out, he's feeding the information of where these players are coming from. 2 from the center, 1 towards the top, which gets spotted out early by Kenny Bounce. So a 3v3 is going to ensue, making a 4v3 because Lava spawns in just in the nick of time. But can he make an impact?
Cellz pushing into the hill. This is going to be Powerz with the Lancer on the backside, putting in that initial damage, now pressuring his advantage here, using that perfect movement that we all know him to have to keep players off balance and off track. Rocky's going to try to hop the drop. He's going to go down. Quick little cleanup onto him. Close respawn in for Northern Forces. Demise here challenging out toward Lava with a teammate. They're going to go super wide on him, but they're going to get lancered out by Kenny. One player might go down. Demise full red. He's going to go down. They're continuing to trade revives, and that's a pretty big and impressive situation for the side of eUnited to keep alive in this spot. But Powerz taking over the big door will have the 90 degree on multiple players from Northern Forces when they try to push in 188 and counting to 126. Dyslexic with a cheeky angle through the window. Rocky full red, won't be able to go down just yet. Powerz gets body checked there, but backside of the hill, Rocky and Lava trying to stay alive, but they are only getting downs. They're not converting anything, and Northern Forces are on the back foot now. They are being pressured in every way, shape, and form and situation by eUnited.
You see, just by the damage alone that they're making sure to affect every single fight from top to bottom with Lancer fire, pistol fire, that no one is in a 1v1 at any point in the match. As soon as Powerz ends up in a bad spot, help is there in the form of Dyslexic. Even though he's dead to rights, they know how important that elimination is. Kenny willing to sacrifice himself just to get the elimination onto Powerz, which would then take out those frag grenades.
You see at the backside of the Rose Garden, Rocky's already mounted up. Cellz is in a 1v1 against TJ, trying to roadie strafe into his space. He's going to get angled out in just a moment, but no need for it. No need help needed. TJ will get the win there. Powerz will die to Rocky. Now the new spawn of the hill. Point number 1. Rocky's going to use that shock to make sure nobody comes from his left-hand side. He's going to have the 90 degree into the big door. Lava with a big kill there on TJ. Now trying to rotate back to the big door. He's going to get shot by Powerz in the open and taken down and out. 3v3 momentarily. Rocky holding onto this mid cover. Big body shot there to get the down and the kill. Now Kenny, he's going to get angled out from behind. No help coming through just in time for him. 218 to 135. Cellz a little late to the fight as well. Northern Forces, when they're able to get themselves together and play as a unit, they are so much more prepared for these fights and so much better in these situations. But every time eUnited is able to spread themselves out and get the talent fights in their favor, they are dominating the point line and the stat lines.
Yeah, the inability to stabilize here in this moment and set up for such a long time was starting to get concerning for a little bit from Northern Forces, but it's good to know that the way they were staggering out eUnited allowed them eventually to get the upper hand and leave it to just opponents dribbling themselves in one by one by one, and obviously getting that short exit by getting eliminated right out of the hill as Dyslexic thinks about keeping it contested, takes too much damage, has to about face and get right back on out, but you can see them formulating the plan. Flash grenade in, not going to get deep enough to stun out Lava, which lets the damage flow from Lancer to Nasher. Lava doing everything right, trying to hold his ground until that moment where he does get dropped. Meat Shield versus Meat Shield. Rocky leads the charge with the fight, but it's Dyslexic who drops the Meat Shield first, trying to get the down with the Nasher.
Good job here, just keeping it neutralized by Dyslexic, keeping them from getting back into this game, keeping it at a 60-point lead differential or so. This will be a big change-up for Demise if he can fend off the retake from the Northern Forces on the bottom side. But Lava with a big kill at the bottom. Getting to the new M-bar, Lava with the new shock. And the next hill will spawn up momentarily. Flashes go out over the top. M-bar is about to rev. Cellz is going to get taken out over the top. Looking for the body shot onto Powerz. Kenny's going to get shot in the back from Dyslexic. Looks for a headshot onto him. Kenny's going to go down. And I believe that might drop the M-bar as well. Rocky trying to stay alive, but no luck for him. Will the close respawn go in favor of Northern Forces? It will indeed, and Cellz is going to roll back toward his opponent, toward his teammates.
As the clouds get out and you see the sun shining through, that's the respawn that they got, but with everybody getting marked out, eUnited knows exactly when and where these players are going to be. Almost gets a double kill, is Demise, but Lava's going to be able to shut him down. That's going to be a trade. They lose Rocky in the fray, but there's still more than enough players alive to try to continue to disrupt this hill. 47 seconds left. Kenny gets dropped. TJ gets taken out. The trades, the ping pong that is Gears of War will continue on this hill.
See what they do here is it is neutralized out, 40 seconds to go, looking to try to keep it in their favor. Powerz with a big Lancer over the top. It's going to help out a teammate get that down. Now Dyslexic pushing in, going to the left-hand side, gets that first down. Now looking for a second one over the top, but he's going to get shot by Lava. He's going to go down. Quick little revive in from TJ, and that's going to be the kill on to Kenny. And with 30 seconds left, they could get themselves into the winning situation here. They could be up over the 280-point differential if they hold on to this hill and bleed it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, bringing themselves less than 20 points. And I think that could be the play here, just bleeding it as far dry as possible to make any situation winnable at the end as TJ lands a crucial shot onto Rocky, minimizing his options. He's going to get shut down, staggered out as well. Kenny now finds himself between a rock and a hard place. Cross coming in from Powerz, but that's not enough to stop him as Kenny gets the elimination, trying to open up windows of opportunities for Northern Forces.
It's going to be Cellz with the back A getting one chunk, but he's going to get taken down from the middle. Dyslexic picks up those nades. Doesn't go down. Lava doesn't challenge out. He's going to turn tail and try to help out his teammate. He's caught between a rock and a hard place here as eUnited got the close respawn. Dyslexic will rotate to the bottom. Lava with a big first shot. Second shot connects. Misroll comes out though, and that will settle anybody down right now with the way that they are playing. It's at the peak of performance. It's going to be flashes left, right, and center, but the fragmentation from Dyslexic is through and true. The kill comes in, and that could be the map number one as we are up over 290. Nobody close enough for the contestation here. Even with that kill, they won't make it to the hill. eUnited, they settle in map one and take a 1-0 map count lead.
Did Dyslexic throw that frag grenade through the window all the way to the hill from where he was located, thinking outside of the box? A great fight from Northern Forces, but a great finish from eUnited. And it was a great start, like I said, with Northern Forces getting about a 70 or so points off of the first two hills. But once that mean machine that is eUnited got warmed up, it was hard to stop him.
It's extraordinarily hard to stop them. Again, eUnited is really good, and it's kind of their calling card. They separate you from what you want. They try to spread your forces. It's the reason that Rise was able to overtake them, is that Rise was never falling for it. Rise continued to roll back. They played toward their teammates. They played for the extra damage. It's what Northern Forces was doing toward the first portion of that map, but toward the middle and the later portions, I cannot stress enough how good eUnited was at keeping Lava away from Rocky, away from Kenny, away from Cellz. Everybody having to fend for themselves. Everybody trying to make their best effort in 1v whatever it was.
Yeah, and you can kind of see it. Not only was eUnited doing a good job of doing that, Northern Forces did a bad job of realizing a lot of these situations because it was them trying to be the hero in a lot of these spots, trying to continue to flood players in and finish off on damage. Not necessarily clean up a down, but try to finish off on damage. But instead, what they were doing was getting eliminated and staggering out the next potential push they were able to get. And that's a lot of crucial time for free that you're giving up to a squad like eUnited. As long as they continue to play the strategy type game that they're known for in terms of Northern Forces, I think they'll be in a good spot. And coming up next is going to be an execution, a great job for them to switch up strategy round after round after round. And then Escalation. It may not be exact like execution, but a round-based game mode to where you can switch things up and keep your opponent on their toes. And that's the grenade I was looking for. Through the window, outside of the box coming through from Dyslexic.
It's a beautiful little angle, a very nerdy angle. I know every time we come through with a new map or a new game mode, one of the things that you specialize in, Jacob, and I think it comes from your time as a player, a coach, a manager, everything in between, you are extraordinarily good at finding those angles. I remember it was, I believe when the game first dropped, you were spending a lot of time on Vasgar, finding those cheeky angles with incendiaries, the way they work around the back tank. So I'm not surprised that somebody else found a cheeky angle through that big window. I'm just shocked that you didn't already know about it and we're calling it out, yelling it for him to do it, even though he can't hear you.
Yeah, I feel like I knew eventually a play like that was going to come through, but a play like that in a big moment, because you got to remember, there were two different players pushing Dyslexic in that hallway. So he's not only able to get an elimination with his Nasher, but be able to throw that grenade with just enough time to defend and get that elimination with the Nasher. Just shows how quick and reactive a lot of these players are at the highest level. But again, you got to give Northern Forces their props, because in a lot of those moments in which they were doing good, they look like one of our superstar rosters. The teamwork was there, the eliminations, the power weapon usage. But as soon as eUnited was able to get on a roll, like I said, it's just one train that's hard to stop.
You take a look at this next map where it is Canals. You talk about the history and the lineage of lava on this map. Kenny Bounce with his bridges. You talk about Cellz and Rocky being some of the best CQC fighters, some of the best close quarter combat people on the planet. I don't know if we go to a 1-1, but it's going to be damn near interesting to see how they take this fight because, again, I just take a look at how great Powerz is with the snipe, how deadly he can be. And I've seen them take this map where they basically give Powerz snipe and just give him free reign. Bounce as much as you want to, bounce wherever you want to. Use your movement and your shot hitting capability to just make people second guess their life, basically, where you're just putting damage, you're putting pressure around the map. That's what worries me about this map too. I'm curious to see how both teams are going to play it, what the overwhelming strategy may be, if there is an overwhelming strategy or an overwhelming desire by either team to maybe take the front of the mid-bridge, maybe take back connector, because I always think those are some of the more interesting fights.
Yeah, and I like the way you're kind of putting out the amount of pressure that Powerz with that sniper is going to be able to put on the enemy team on a map like Canals, because what I would like to see if, and it's a giant if because I know how talented Lava can be with that sniper, if things aren't working out, I think this could be one of those rosters that pulls out the tricks from underneath their sleeve. Send 4 players down low, try to get an early elimination, because then you can try to backtrack, play it a little more slow, and still get that sniper in your hands with a man advantage. I think there's a lot of possibilities in terms of strategy that I think Northern Forces can pull out from underneath their sleeve. The only same concerning factors when you switch up the strats that much, when you're a little bit of a newer team compared to eUnited, it is easy for players to not necessarily be on the same page and have a little bit of off timings. But if things aren't working, you might not have no other choice but to change it up.
We'll see if either team has to change it up, when they have to change it up, especially if you lose usually it's about round 2 or 3 rounds in that you try to change something if you've lost them in a row. Canals to me always kind of comes down to that first round. I think it always kind of comes out as like kind of a boxing match where you feel your opponent out, where you're going to throw those flashes or smokes to the front side of the bridge. Maybe one team goes with Lancers, tries to get an early down and then take advantage of a 4v3. Maybe you just try to go for the headbutt where everybody throws their flashes, tries to get to the mid-bridge quick enough to actually be able to take those fights. Well, let's take a look at this map. It's been in the game for forever. It's one of the most oldest and stalwart maps we've had in Gears of War history. It is Canals. Double snipes on each of the farther bridges. In that mid-bridge, the fragmentation grenades ever looming. And of course, down inside of the sandbags, you could have a pistol down there to work with if you play for it. So we'll see what they do here in round number 1 on one of the best, most beautiful and oldest maps in Gears history, Canals.
I honestly would not be surprised if Northern Forces runs a 4 down low, runs one of those trick strats I was talking about right out of the gate. Because then you would plant that seed in the back of eUnited's mind. Like, this could be the strat. This could be the time. They might switch it up again. And that might force out some hesitations. I wouldn't say it's going to be drastic. But at this level of the game, any hesitation could be a difference maker between anybody that's in that front spawn making the mad dash for middle bridge.
Nope. Don't like that.
Like that at all, Colin. Gosh, sometimes I feel like we're on my stream, your stream, just playing Ranking of the Overcasted. I just feel like, did Colin just say that? Like, what?
Nope. Didn't like how that worked. Brought it back. I brought it back to the lobby. Y'all notice that I have that power too. Even though I was the one that didn't like it, I was just reset. I didn't like the way Powerz came off a cover so quick. It really upset me. It pissed me off.
Right out of spawn, the way
Don't you be that fast. Don't you be that fast. No. So I pulled it back.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
Right. I'll do it again. Swear for God, I will press start up AA. I will quit us out of this match quicker than you can imagine, baby.
Reminds me of Gears 1 when the connection error popped up. You just shout, press B to win. A couple players drop out of your lobby. Everybody rev your chainsaws.
My God. You were a troll, weren't you, Jay?
I'm the master troll. The master troll. I take pride in it, actually. At work,
you would just bait people in, wouldn't you?
Like I'm fishing.
You're a master of baiting, aren't you?
And I'm a master of baiting, bro. I just I put it out and I reel it in.
My God, you are
I don't know
great at
I don't know
all
if that's how you fish. Is that how you bring in the fish?
There we go. We do have it solidified now. Powerz is going to get that snipe against Lava, so correct call-outs on both of the snipers, and now back connectors. Lava, take the shot, man! Shot on one time, Taylor!
Hey, see, if he would have got a headshot... Never mind. Never mind. Practice round. Let's go again, boys. 24 seconds. eUnited's up 1-0. And that's exactly what you were expecting to see out of Northern Forces, but it was just on eUnited, Colin. You just switched up where you put all your energy.
Is this one of those, how do I put this? Is this one of those, well, we tried, Browns? Is that what it was?
Yes, that sent the text. Don't worry. You tried. Don't worry. You got this.
Powerz. Snipe in hand again, looking across the map to the back connector. Lava trying to challenge out toward TJ. Took the shot this time, didn't help out. Rocky and Cellz are going to get 3v2'd here to the backside of the connector, backside of mid-bridge. Lava pushing up from the back connector himself. Kenny held up on the front side of the lane. Won't be able to do anything at this point.
Never learn.
Lava with one. He's going to continue to try to put pressure on a Dyslexic. Dyslexic playing that cover corner battle so very quickly and so very easily. Kenny will rotate down and pick up the torque bow. Last ditch effort here from Kenny. He's going to get sighted out by Powerz. Won't be active.
He's just bouncing around. This is one of those like pick your poison. I was about to say Kenny should not win this, so he's just bouncing around trying to get them to peek, trying to get them to poke so he can hit torque bow shots just like that. At the same time though, that's exactly what eUnited needs to do. Just Wolfpack, bum rush them. Don't get taken out by the splash damage and let him get a double kill, but you have to make sure as soon as that first torque bow gets loose that you immediately try to take advantage of the damage that you put on him. Hey, yo.
I just woke up my whole house. I'm in so much trouble.
All right.
I woke up
you just had a baby. I was like, it's not all right.
I woke up.
I thought he was going to get it.
I woke up the dead over here, Jacob.
The thing is, no one's getting these guys to peek for lava. There we go. Finally, the body shot's going to be hit. Rocky's going to be able to clean that one up, but Powerz, steady as can be, back on his bridge, just waiting for that opportunity to strike. He's going to miss the shot, and with that miss, that gives up the eliminations on over to Dyslexic onto Cellz and Rocky. Kenny's soon to follow, which puts the pressure once more onto Lava.
Lava all by his lonesome in a 3v1 yet again. 2-0 lead for eUnited. They are sitting pretty here. Lava just looking back and forth, trying to find where that's a shot. He pulled that trigger, I'll tell you that much. Goes down to the he missed the up face shot, so he just gets to melee.
That's all Powerz said, let me get my kill. Because they backed off. They let him get his kill. Let's see where's Powerz at. 2-1, that's not impressive. I don't know, never mind. This is where I want to see the 4 down low. No sniper coming out from Lava. Get that early elimination, and then you can backtrack for it.
They got to do something here, because ain't nothing worked at this point. Lava's going to come around that cubby. He's going to roll right up towards that long shot, so smokes are out. Cellz to the front side. He's going to hop into those sandbags. Going to get challenged and shot over the top by Demise. Another down and out. 4v3. Man advantage goes the way of eUnited.
Rocky gets caught up top. I Dyslexic. Might have been a 2v1 even with Powerz pushing up. Body shot's going to be landed. Kenny's going to get taken down by Powerz. 4v1 yet again with the pressure on Lava to try to make the play. In fact, he just gets demolished by Dyslexic. 4 quick rounds, Colin. But the most concerning part to me about it all is it just seems like they're not utilizing each other. So Cellz is trying to push up, but you see round after round, they're not letting Lava actually get the shots. They're not forcing their opponents to peek up, but they're still doing the same exact thing. Something needs to break if it's Northern Forces.
Yeah, I think Lava, you talk about having to go to the front of the middle bridge. If Lava's going to go for the long shot, I think he has to pressure back connector. He has to pressure across the map to try to add a helping hand in. Powerz, we're going to be on board with him looking across toward Lava. Doesn't get that first shot to even angle up here. Damage out on everybody, but nobody down just yet. And of course, he's playing back a little bit. TJ full red, tries to get that back A to go. Won't be able to get that one. Cellz goes down. 5 out onto him very quickly. Cellz is full ready again, but Powerz with the headshot there. It's a second headshot. Now it's Powerz in a 2v1.
Making me sound like Mickey Mouse out here with my laughter, the way he's able to piece together back to back. But this is the thing right here. It's going to be hard for anybody to move because you can see you give him an inch, he will take a mile and your head as well. So Powerz has his picking up to choose right here. Do you want to fight Lava in a sniper battle? Shot's going to be led. 3 players down by the hands of Powerz, looking to complete the ace. And now, Colin, that puts you in a spot here. Do you root for Powerz or do you root for Kenny Bounce?
You can't give him 1Vs. Come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. Come on, baby.
Yes, frags.
Show me the old dog still got it, boy. You still got it, boy. He's just watching your head right now. We got 5 shots left, but you got a whole lot of hope and faith in your corner, baby. Come on now. First nade out. It's going to force Powerz down to the bottom. Yo, he's going to pick up Torque. Is he going to Superman? Oh, I thought he was about to go Torque long shot. And I was going to be like, this man crazy. He crazy. I like him, but he crazy. Ooh, shot over the top. The nade gets a little bit of splash damage as well.
I don't like that at all. Kenny knows better.
Kenny knows better, says Jacob. Shot over the top. Still pot shot.
This is where you use the frag. If you had it, use it right here, get Powerz out of cover, and force him to shoot that 3-point shot for the game. Now it's equal opportunity.
No, they want. He's either gonna stalemate this or he's gonna win it, baby. He's gonna bounce it around. Right. Powerz is just trying to bait him. He's just trying to bait his head up over that cover. Yep. He just wants him to show his little tiny face just for a little bit. Just give me your cheekbones. Give me your chin. Powerz is gonna push in. Kenny's gonna miss that shot though.
Hold me, Colin. I need something right now. 5-0. Powerz with the ace. I cannot believe it. Moment of silence for Northern Forces.
He was cheating. He was cheating. You don't just beat Kenny like that. Man.
I told you he knows better, though. Right now, Kenny's thinking about, I shouldn't have wasted those frags.
Yeah, I bet you he is. Oh, man.
But you notice every single round, Lava does not leave that middle bridge. Meanwhile, Powerz is going top side, going low side, ending up on the middle bridge. Dyslexic body off more than he could chew this round. It's taken out by Rocky and Lava, but still the frag grenades are going to go over to TJ. So even though they're down a man with the sniper in the hands of Powerz and frag grenades in the hands of TJ, I still feel like they have the feeling as if they're a complete 4.
Oh, looking for another shot right there. TJ's going to find the kill there. See what happens is Powerz will push across the map still. Continuing to add pressure. 3v3 right now. Northern Force is looking to try to win 1 round here. Shot will miss there. Rotating back toward the mid bridge. They're going to get that mark out. Lava's going to be marked as well. Shot over the top will miss. No chance for the kill just yet. Frag grenade comes out. There's the headshot Powerz is looking for on the Cellz. Now looking for another one on the Lava. Won't be able to find that one. Lava trying to challenge on the opposite side, but TJ gets it clear and easy. Kenny by himself in a 3v1, and that will be... God almighty. God dog it almighty.
Go ahead, Colin, you can take it. That was map number 2, 6-0. If me and Colin can't say it enough, Powerz is gonna say it himself. All hail the king as they go ahead and take a 2-0 commanding lead in this series. But Northern Forces with multi-championships underneath their belt, do they have what it takes to call a comeback? Find out after this quick commercial break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and if you might have blinked, you might have missed that quick 6-0 domination by eUnited, and more importantly, probably the Gears Esports Play of the Year, with Powerz just imposing his will, for lack of a better words, on the Northern Forces for that 6-0 shutout. I don't think words can do it, so if you guys missed it, here you go. One after the next, the first 2 headshots, the 1v1 versus Lava. And then even with Kenny getting aggressive, he just gets taken down. His Powerz just really goes to show why we call him the best player in Gears Esports. Colin, you there? 2-0, eUnited versus Northern Forces. How you feeling with your pick? He's dead. Somebody call life alert. Press the button. We need Colin back. That eUnited hat, you know, he's probably wearing it right now. Maybe he pulled out the jersey. Maybe a speaker tag. His chair probably turned into an American flag throne. Oh God, he broke it. We broke Colin. Technical difficulties. Powerz broke Colin. I cannot believe it. All right, I can do this by myself. 2-0. eUnited just really getting the momentum convincingly on that map. Really has me concerned, honestly. Vasgar being a very, very aggressive map, honestly, where a lot of these players have the comfortability to continue on the racetrack, the clockwise, the counterclockwise motion in order for them to get the elimination. So I think for Northern Forces, in order to come out and really forget about the two maps, they're going to have to come out with a fire that they haven't shown us here today. They've shown us before in the past with the potential that they've been able to show. But I think Kenny and Cellz and Lava and Rocky just need to come out swinging. They need to come out like they have nothing to lose at all. Welcome back.
I don't even want to talk about it. We're not. You made me watch it again. Why would you make me watch it again? I never want to watch that again. You made me watch it in the highlights. Betrayal. Shenanigans, buffoonery. We're going to map 3, ladies and gentlemen. eUnited with a 2-0 lead over Northern Forces. This is going to be Cellz mounted up on a little bit of defensive stain against eUnited 3v3 here at C. But it looks like they're going to sneak the fourth player over to the backside. Powerz coming on the flank, and he's got one. Now he's going to angle up 2, and they're all down and dead. Rocky last alive for his squad at the B hill. The longer he's alive, the better it is for his squad.
How long can you stay alive? You got shots coming from the side. You got big bad Powerz staring at you. You got Dyslexic wiggling his way in, just making everything tough and rough for Rocky to try to survive. And they give him hope just to take it away and drop him and secure that second hill underneath their belt yet again.
This is going to be Powerz bottom side of the second half neutral hill, or second half home hill, excuse me, on that side of the map. He's going to rotate back over toward Dyslexic. They're going to be mounted up here, backside of the ledge. TJ with the left-handed wrap gets the kill on Lava. Now looking across the middle of the map. This is going to be Powerz. Triple cap domination threatened. Kenny Mouse is going to get called out, just trying to sneak around the A hill, but he's going to be 2v1 here momentarily. And this will be Rocky winning a 1v1 at the home hill just to keep the round alive, but the way things are going are not very good thus far.
Yeah, that's one thing to keep the round alive. It's another thing to really thrive in these rounds, as Rocky has to figure out a way to kind of reunite with the team, and that's why you're seeing an overall adjustment, a mad dash across the map, but it might be too late. Cellz gets dropped, Lava's gonna fall, and that puts them in another staggering position to where they're not able to get 10 toes down and fight for their lives here in this situation, especially with Kenny getting dropped off the map. 1-0, eUnited lead in map number 3.
eUnited looking to make this a very quick night, looking to shut it down here in map number 3 as they rev up into 1-0 lead here. Jacob, am I allowed to answer that question from chat?
What's the message in chat?
Somebody asked who put the standing by screen on my camera. Was it me or production? And
it's Powerz. What do you mean? He did it.
Yeah, Powerz literally did it without
down.
he winked and it changed everything.
It's like a thunderstorm. Colin's running on his backup generator right now.
I had to turn on everything to just do, like, I just don't even understand what he has done today. I'm pretty sure if Powerz flexed right now, my head would explode.
See the enemy!
You don't want your head to explode, Colin. Not at all.
Yeah, but he can flex his hair too, which is the scary part. You ever seen him flex that ponytail?
No.
Yeah, stay away. Bad times at Ridgemont High for him.
Steven Seagal.
He'd make Steven Seagal look like a seagull. My man would beat him into the brakes. Cellz is gonna get that back A kill there. 2-1 hill advantage will go over to eUnited at this point though. And they are going to continue to mount up their point differential. Demise will be at the backside of that ledge, just looking forward, waiting for the response of his teammates. Neutralization in. Powerz threatens from the middle of the map with full talk. Everybody backs out.
Enemy contact!
Like the shots that Cellz has been able to fire off, but if nobody's cleaning up the damage, it means nothing. Rocky finally able to get through with the flank. Not only cleans up those eliminations and the damage, but saves the day onto Cellz. But another 2v2 across the map, coming down to a 1v1 with Lava, getting trades along with Powerz to try to keep it alive. But we know what Powerz can do if you give him a chance and let him thrive in the situation. Make short work of Lava and making sure to maintain that neutral as their own.
I don't like if you find yourself in a 1v against Lava. Step 1, kiss your butt goodbye. Step 2, call for your teammates to come to the spot where you just died. And say step 3, say not just one of you.
Bring the whole team, bring the whole pack.
You're gonna need something. You're gonna need something. That man is a literal revenge tour by himself. And he ain't even got revenge. He don't even need revenge on these people. He's just doing it anyway.
I feel bad for TJ, Demise, and Dyslexic. You have a player so good on your team in Powerz. No matter what happens, it's all about Powerz making the work, because TJ is having a game of his life as well. 4-1-5, almost 4K damage, leading the charge here on this play. A great stun, shots over the top, eliminations being cleaned up. And can you imagine there's this much talent on one team?
This is the what am I supposed to do moment. Hey, look, it doesn't, yeah, he did. You just, guys,
That's how Kenny felt. What am I supposed to do?
How do you fight this? How do you fight this? They are absolutely just imposing their Gears will against Northern Forces. That is not something I've gotten to say all split long. They have put up fights against literally everybody. They've made matchups in maps very close. Here tonight against eUnited, eUnited has said, nope, not today.
About tomorrow.
No, I don't even know. I don't even know if I'd be recovered by tomorrow. You might have to check in Thursday.
What about E-Days then? I'm about to say, what about E-Days? We'll check in E-Days then.
Don't even check in on E-Days, brother. We're going to find this out somewhere else. eUnited, they go up 2-0, 3 rounds away. I mean, look, you're gonna need Powerz.
9 straight rounds.
Like, you're gonna need Powerz to take a day off. And by take a day off, like you're gonna have to like send him on vacation where he ain't got no service. Because we saw how good Precision was playing from Hawaii, so I know Powerz can be as good as Precision from Hawaii. You had to send him
but
somewhere.
A number, bro. Ping ain't nothing but a number.
Not to him, anyway.
Unless it's over 120, then it's ping.
I figured unless it was you losing the fight, then.
It was all ping's fault. I'll be on one ping. It's still ping's fault. I don't lose fights legitly.
I've heard. Don't worry. I've been there for that.
Remember how many times that one guy in rank needed help? I counted like 65 in that long 3-round COD match.
We were there forever. Felt like we couldn't escape it. Just like right now, I can't escape eUnited in this map 3. I can't do it, my man. Retro's out for both squadrons. Top of the tank, 2v2 over there. 2v2 with a helicopter as well. Looking to try to get a big fight there. Big shot on. Back A out by Dyslexic. Won't be able to find that kill. He's full red. Powerz is there with the Retro to try to help Lava. Gets that big body shot on the Dyslexic. Second down comes through. There's the kill finally from Lava on to Dyslexic. But Powerz playing back with the Retro. Will put out a ton of damage, but not enough to really stop the retake from these two players. TJ's going to be stunned. He's going to go for the double bounce into the back A onto Rocky. Gets that chunk. 2v1 on either side. 1v1 on one side, 2v1 on the other side. But now Powerz is down. Now Dyslexic finds himself in the 2v1.
And you almost bought enough time for Dyslexic to come off a respawn and really lend a helping hand instead of it being an individualistic fight. But they know Dyslexic is still by himself. They don't want to bite up more than they could chew, and Cellz is just going to try to backtrack, set up in the position. And if you look up in your mini-map, they have reinforcements in the form of Rocky on the way, but that's being slowly followed by TJ, who has to make the short decision. With Kenny on respawn, do I continue to go? Do I stagger back? And I think he's making the right call.
See if it is. Dyslexic with Powerz now fighting through the mid stairwell. Rocky's going to get the chunk there, but then immediately Powerz goes out as well. This could be the first round in the backhand and in the back pocket of eUnited. 2-1 Hill advantage. Rocky flying to B-Hill, trying to apply triple cap domination pressure. 2 players, now 3, off for the respawn for eUnited. eUnited at the top of the stairwell. 1 player's going to go down. Here comes Dyslexic dying inside of the hill. Powerz goes for the revive. He's going to try to push up onto the C-table. Won't be able to get the chunk, but will get a double revive. It's going to be TJ flying at 1 player, gets 1, and now it's going to be up to maybe Lava, or Cellz, excuse me. He goes down. Kenny, though, in for the possible save, and the triple cap domination may ensue here if Rocky can hold off 1 more player over to B.
Yeah, Demise had no choice. He couldn't really shoot back onto Rocky without risking the round going to the wayside regardless. They basically tried to beeline it while getting shot in the side, and honestly, you cannot kind of bet against it. You have no other choices to make, and those are the selfless plays that we're talking about. Unfortunately enough, it does not lead to a victory. So it's going to have to go again on the side of Northern Forces, but sometimes, you know as well as I do, the first round of the match is always the hardest.
Indeed, always one of the hardest to get under your belt. They find it here in a 2-to-1 fashion. They need 4 more rounds just to extend it to a map 4 possibility. Shot grenade posted out by one. Sniper, long shot, posted out by the other. See what the differential is here. I believe eUnited will have that shot grenade to use over this tank fight. Curious to see if they use it to block out the backside of the tank, if they can actually throw the correct shot to the backside, keep them from taking over that position. Rocky's going to try to push all the way across. TJ's going to get completely stunned out, taken down early in this situation. 2v4 over here. They're going to play for this long shot. They're playing for this position. 2-to-1 hill advantage will go in favor of eUnited here in just a moment, but it is going to be Northern Forces continuing to pressure up against Powerz. Powerz full red, goes for an up A. Won't be able to get that one done. Now, TJ will try his hand coming off of respawn here. He's going to get run through. Kenny with the long shot. He needs to get the call out where Dyslexic is. Dyslexic full red. One more shot onto him could get him down, and Lava settles out the chunk. 2-to-1 hill advantage. Favor of Northern Forces momentarily. The longer Cellz is alive, the better. Powerz with one back A. Now Powerz in his favorite spot. Another 1v1. Cannot continue to give those up over to him. He will continue to embarrass you.
This one I was thinking in my head, it's all about winning the little fights, and Northern Forces is doing just that right. And unfortunately enough, a big double kill coming out from Powerz is going to shut down all that momentum they were able to build up until this point in the round. The United 2 hills to 1, taking the lead back, but they're relying on Kenny Bounce to hit these big shots with the sniper. Spotting out, giving the information of Demise, knows where Dyslexic is at as well, letting his teammates lead the charge, but he has to start connecting with the opportunities. In fact, there goes one with Cellz going down. Rocky picks up another one on the other side of the map, so if they're able to win this 2v2, they would essentially win the round.
This is going to be Kenny rolling back toward his own home hill. B-Hill going under contestation here momentarily, but Powerz gets his head clapped off by Kenny Bounce. Good headshot by him, keeping one player off of position here. 2v2 pushing out over toward B. Nobody has gotten the chance to take a secondary shot here. Kenny's still holding down his home hill. Demise challenging up a little bit. 3v3 at B. Kenny misses the shot. There's it down onto Rocky, but the quick comeback by Cellz finds that kill. Continuing to get shot on. Cellz and Rocky just going for team trade-out revives here. Third player's about to start mounting up into this position, but TJ using that cover corner to perfection. Powerz bounces in, though. Both teams have one player down. It's going to be Lava along with one player challenging out over to the B-Hill. Meanwhile, Demise, he killed Kenny. He was able to win that first fight over at A, and it looks like they're going to send Demise straight across the middle of the map to try to challenge out over toward B.
You can see where the game plan is at in terms of Northern Forces. Kenny goes, gets his hill back. They're leaving the 2 players down low to fight the 2v3, which they got one. Another player's rotating over, but it's about the hills for Northern Forces late into this game. They get both of the home hill neutralizations. It comes at a cost. It's their tank that gets decapped, but look at the score. Northern Forces now has a convincing win plan in their path.
Looking to try to get another round on the board, tie it up going into the second half. Less than 13 seconds to go. A little misroll by Demise. He doesn't go down. Kenny with a 1v1 in the middle of the map is going to get shot in the back. C-Hill decapped. A-Hill will be under contestation here shortly, as it looks like eUnited will start to pressure forward toward the A-Hill. 2 cap in for eUnited. They do not get the win condition. Less than 5 seconds to go. They're going to go for the double decap here. Both players into the hill. They did enough damage to make them off of balance, and that is all it took, ladies and gentlemen. eUnited, they flood the A-Hill, get the neutralization, and take the lead 3-1.
And what's more concerning isn't necessarily that huge stop at 249. It's what it will do to the mental state of some of these players. Like I said, multi-time champions, Kenny and Lava, new young guns. And I'm not even calling them young. I'm going to use it loosely, but Cellz and Rocky trying to fill the role of the slayers on the squad. Losing that round is more than enough for players like this to begin to deflate. But this is going to be a real test to their mental endurance, how quick they can pick themselves up mentally.
It's got to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's got to come in quite succinct fashion, as that is now 2 rounds away from a loss to eUnited, as they would look to go 3-0 up over Northern Forces. Rolling out a spawn in this next round. We'll be on board with Rocky, heading toward that long shot, which spawns at the tank. F and D hill on the map, 1v1 over toward E. Rocky's gonna get challenged. Big body shot there onto TJ. Won't be able to hit the second. TJ bounces in. Quick little revive out, but not enough to really pressure back out against the tank fight. This is gonna be Rocky with a kill on TJ though. Pushing across the tank fight, as a matter of fact. The shot comes out, blocking out the backside or the rotation, the retreat route, I believe, of Rocky.
Incoming flame!
How about Rocky having no retreat route? Neither does Cellz. He's going to go back to respawn. Kenny trying to make something out of nothing here with the elimination. Powerz knows he's basically dead to rights. Trying to say, hey, down me instead of shooting out TJ. Trying to keep him alive that much longer. And with a well-placed flash and a missed shot, he's able to make a mad dash to the middle and survive. But his location is still known. He's still getting spotted out and crossed. But it's the amount of players that he's distracting in order to deal with him that's going to be the most impactful part.
2-1 hill advantage enacted right now by Northern Forces, looking to try to get some kind of point lead, looking for a headshot on somebody. Both of those players stuck at the backside of that pillar, backside of that cover. Not able to get anything to go just yet. You're going to see the marks coming out. Now it's 4v4 on the map yet again.
Sniper shots. Ooh, going to be so important. Even body shots going to make an impact, just like you saw as Demise gets dropped. And he's trying to line up the next shot. That one's going to be a miss, but the result's going to be the same. Cellz takes down Dyslexic. No hill is going for Northern Forces just yet, but they're going to get the home hill of eUnited while Kenny's trying to at least get the decap on his own while fighting off TJ with no help. And if TJ wins this fight, you're going to see everybody have to backtrack to deal with him.
Lava trying to challenge out toward TJ. TJ in a 1v1 now against Lava. Big back A out. Lava's going to hit that back A, hit it secondary as TJ bounces around the cover and goes down. E-Hill under the favor of Northern Forces, but Rocky's gonna get challenged in a 2v1. Double bounce in for the back A, gets the first kill, but Powerz comes in for the cleanup very quickly. This is going to be a 3v1 toward F. They're gonna try to take over the home-to-home spread yet again.
Say they have to clean up these eliminations here deep into spawn. Letting them survive is basically asking for them to come back here. Flashes, well-placed flashes at that. Gonna stun out multiple members, allow them to aggress on the hill. Kenny's gonna get dropped. You see everybody trying to retreat, but they're getting caught out. Damage after damage, shot after shot. Lava's gonna fall as well. Cellz has no choice to try to be the last stand of his home, but you see the overextension from Rocky, trying to at least get something for them to fall back on him. And this is gonna be one of the last final hopes for the squad here in this round.
Rocky should have tried to go huge again. Won't be able to get that one to go. Kenny in a 1v1 against Demise. Gets the win there. Will be able to hold on to the D-Hill momentarily, but F and E still in favor of eUnited, and they can sit back and relax and play a little bit of defense to try to settle into this round and make it a 4-1 lead going into the final portions of this map, number 3.
Shot. Not only on one, but Kenny's gonna get dropped. The other player is gonna get back down on the backside of tank, and you see Cellz trying to make that last stop for his home hill, but it's going to be impossible because you cannot be everywhere at once. That F hill is going to stay intact, so no matter what happens here, it's going to be Northern Forces who fall shorter than me yet again in another big round, but they still have one more chance here. 4-1, 2-0. eUnited are leading by a long shot, but if anybody can do it here, it is this Northern Forces squad.
I mean, this is a very tough task, a very tall ask. They had to win 4 straight rounds here and then 2 more maps following this one. 4-1, 1 round away from a 3-0 sweep of the Northern Forces in this matchup for the side of eUnited, on the doorstep looking to shut it down in this position, looking to try to get a victory here in this next round. This is a very titular round, if you ask me.
Find that word.
Titular, like a very defining round. It's on the edge of...
I'm stealing it.
Okay.
Wrote it down. Titular. Bro, I'm going to confuse so many people, I might not even say it right the next time I say it.
Yeah, holding or constituting a purely formal position or title without any real authority.
Well, this is the real titular round then.
4-1, baby. I mean, it's 4-1. It doesn't have a lot of meaning for eUnited. If they lose it, it's not the end of the world. If they win it, it shuts it down. They were well on their way to the victory already. This is a big round, though, for Northern Forces. This is a huge round for them, but you're going to see the triple cap domination ensued, and this one's going to be over with in a hurry. Triple cap ensued, triple cap dominated. That will be the end of the matchup. eUnited, they take the win 3-0, 5-1 in map 3.
And it goes to show this eUnited squad It's just one to be dealt with. It's a force that you got to watch out for, no pun intended. And it's a squad that is looking to kind of reclaim that top spot. They said during the major, we might have slipped up. We let one go on over to Rise, but they're now ready to reclaim that top spot in the final moments of the last major.
I don't know about reclaim, brother. Rise took it from them, and eUnited, 3 of them players ain't never won nothing.
Ooh.
So,
That's why I say reclaim, though. That's why I say reclaim, because before Rise, only Rushies had a title.
It's fact, Jack. That's fact, Jack. Ain't no argument out of me. No discussion out of me. Map 3 very much in the hands in favor of eUnited. They were dominant from the start to finish of it. Just looking at the way Vasgar played out, there was so many fights where you see the way that they win that map, where they spread you thin and then they just win the 1v. They just dominate you in that sector, and it's just very hard to beat a team that is that good at that situation.
Yeah, and honestly, for a team like eUnited, they have to be very, very careful here, because this is a good victory. Don't get me wrong, but you're going to have teams like Rise. You're going to have teams like the Pittsburgh Knights that are going to play a little bit more team-oriented on both ends of defense and offense. So you could look at this match, say, hey, we 3-0'd, we proved our dominance. But you still have to do it against the teams that are at the top of the rankings at the end of the day.
Yeah, they've got to be able to not go hot and cold, not go Jekyll and Hyde. They got to be able to do this against every single buddy they every single player and team they step out onto the battlefield against. Because I think one of the things that we've got to be able to keep in mind here is just Northern Forces. They upset the Knights. They went on a 3-win spree, so they've got a great squadron under their hands. But this is what I was talking about, where you look at eUnited when they're playing at the very tippity top of their game. They are extraordinarily hard to beat.
Yeah. No, I could see that, because overall you have, like I said, very many different Slayers and different versions of the Slayers. Then you have players that can also turn into Slayers into those role style players like Demise, like Dyslexic and TJ. And like I said, it's very, very unfair for those 3 players to be matched up with someone like Powerz, because everybody gets lost in the sauce, rightfully so, with the amount of intimidating plays he can do, just like on that 4-piece ace on the Canals. It's very hard to replicate his style of play. But eUnited and even Powerz would not be the player and team that they are without everybody playing their role and doing their part. Like during that last major, I thought Demise and Dyslexic needed to be able to step it up, but it was actually Powerz, I felt like, in those finals, those grand finals moments, where he fell a little bit short. And I think this is his split for redemption.
Somehow eUnited found a way to make this about my statistical probability to help them, because they now have a 100% win rate when I throw the hat. So I guess I'm going to have to do that more.
They're going to buy you a throwing hat. You're just going to get, this one is not for wearing, Colin, only for throwing.
I'm going to get a throwing hat. I'm going to get an anger hat and a happy hat. I'm going to get
laptop cover.
It's got to be a Beat Rise hat, because they need that one. They need help with that one, because they haven't been able to do that in a few weeks. So I got to find one of those to them too.
It'll just like a while now.
Dang, like a while. But it was like the second Tuesday of last week. That's what it was.
Really?
Yeah, like the last blue moon we had, one of them too. It's like I'm
over here trying to figure out what day was the second Tuesday of last week, and then I realized there cannot be no second Tuesday of last week. That's impossible. Did he mean Thursday though?
One of my favorite ones in all of history is to tell people I'll see them in a month of Sundays. To watch them try to figure out how long a month of Sundays is like maybe trying to spot what our play of the day was today. But if you want to know what it is, feast your eyes on the eSwap X play of the day.
I wonder what play is it going to be.
Was it really a question? Brother, was that
no
really?
Are you not entertained?
You can't give him a 1v. God, dog it.
But I told you, as soon as Kenny threw that second grenade, he knew it was a mistake. He knows better. Because if he has that grenade, he doesn't have to push up onto Powerz. He throws it and bounces into the hill, and then Powerz now has to push up onto him.
Jacob, I'm just going to tell you once again, like, if I was ever playing an execution, like a pickup or whatever, and somehow I was on the opposite team of Powerz, and somehow it was me and a teammate versus Powerz in 2v1, and Powerz started making his way over to me, I would be screaming.
I got a question for you.
Yes?
Anybody in chat can go ahead and follow along. They can answer it.
Uh-oh.
Goalie, you've seen everything under the sun. The producers, everybody in the back can answer it. What is the best version of Powerz? When he subbed in was Optic Powerz, when he was Echo Fox Powerz, when he was United Powerz, UIU. What is the best version of Powerz that anybody can remember?
Reciprocity Powerz.
I like that one. Why though?
He had a force around him that enabled him to not have to have the. We have seen this eUnited squad spend 2 pro splits riding Powerz' momentum.
Okay.
If he's hot, if he's killing everything under the sun, awesome. Echo Fox did a lot of the same thing. Powerz comes out in his first LAN, sets a record for most kills in history in a single LAN event. They get stomped on by Optic in those finals. And I was an Echo Fox guy. I still am because they had Franchise and Kenny on that squad. So I mean, you know, I was that dude. Reciprocity Powerz had Kenny, Fran, Icy, and Rushies. Yes, we can't have 5v5 anymore. So if you got to take anybody off of that squad, pick your poison, really, but you're not going to probably take Fran or Kenny off of that squad. And at this point, the way that Rushies is playing, I don't even know if you take Rushman off of that squad. But with Rushies, Kenny, Icy, and Fran around him, Powerz didn't have to always get 455 kills a map. He didn't always have to have the attention on him, the spotlight on him, because Powerz could pop off if he wanted. Rushman, sneaking kills, finding people in bad positions, winning a ton of 1v1s for that Reciprocity squad. Iceman, doing what he does best, clutching up on land, making people look embarrassing. And of course, I mean, Franchise and Kenny, do I need to say more about their heritage or their legacy? So Reciprocity Powerz was the best version of Powerz, hands down, because he could do whatever he wanted, because he was not only surrounded by talent, but he didn't have to have the weight of this world on his shoulders. He didn't have to be Superman.
Trying to see you in the chat. Anybody else thinking anything different? I like that answer. Guys, typically, I was going to say this literally when it comes down to an individual. I think this is the best Powerz has ever played. But at the same time, in the back of my hand, is that because of Powerz just dominating his opponents? Or maybe they're not putting in as much effort as Powerz in on and off the field, on and off of Pro League, on and off of E-Days, so on and so forth.
Don't get it twisted. I think Powerz, without a doubt, is the best like player in Gears 5. I don't think there's any argument
better than Mental
whatsoever.
There's not enough time on this show. There's not enough time on this show.
Yeah, you're right.
You can continue it tomorrow. You can bring up these debates tomorrow. I'm not going to be there, unfortunately.
Billy, best player of all time.
Everybody's really opinions.
But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at our results from today. 3-1s in our first 2 matches, but the side station in the final matchup of the night. 3-0s with Casa de Papel beating Digital Slayers, and eUnited wrapping things up against Northern Forces. No real huge surprises here except for Fury 1 over Rebel, which I don't even know if you can count that as a surprise, because once again, you believe in Rebel, they show you not to. They prove you wrong every time.
The only reason why that one's a surprise is because I'm surprised that I'm still surprised.
I'm not surprised. I should have known better. 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 I can't even believe I did that to myself to not know better, okay? Let's take a look at the standings for Pro League. Rise to the top with a 6-win streak, 6-0, but Pittsburgh Knights, Rebel, and eUnited right there behind them, trying to vie for those couple of top spots, trying to be the best team in their pool. And then, I mean, look at that. 3 teams at 3-4 and 1 team at 3-3. The Pioneers sitting at 3-3. That's because they got 1 less match played.
Poor Digital.
What situations? I think Northern Force is still breaking into the top 5 as well. Northern Force, who's the way Fury 1's playing. Pioneers, that 3-3 record, I'm a little surprised, don't get me wrong. But overall, Colin, I think this is a good standings.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, the best thing about Pro League is you don't get 1 day of it. You get 2 days of it. You got it on Tuesday, and you got it on Wednesday. Not the second Tuesday. You get it on Wednesday. Tomorrow night, your matchups. Team Queso versus Fury 1. United versus the Pioneers there in the meat of your sandwich. That's a big-time matchup with a Rebel Digital Slayers matchup behind that. Might even have to vote for Digital Slayers because, again, I don't know if you can trust Rebel. And then Rise and Pittsburgh Knights to finish off the week and the night. 2 huge games tomorrow night, Jacob.
Yeah, I like that overall, the whole lineup, because you got Team Queso, Fury 1, a little bit of appetizer to get you going for your meal, and then you got United versus Pioneers, the main course, and you got The dessert in Rise versus the Pittsburgh Knights. This is like a 5-star restaurant that we're about to feed on tomorrow.
Oh, without a doubt, I hope to see everybody back in chat less than 24 hours from now, 5 o'clock Eastern on twitch.tv/Xbox. You know where to be, live.gearsofwar.com if you collecting those checkmate skins. But we have come to the end of the evening, Jacob. Any final thoughts for our fans and friends out there in the chat?
I mean, like I said, during E-Days, it feels great to be back for the closeout Gears Esports. And some may be saying it's the end. It's just a little break. We always take a break sometime in the Gears Esports lifestyle, but we always come back with a bigger and better fire.
Couldn't have said it better myself, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a fantastic night being alongside my duo yet again, Jacob MVPR. I hope you all have enjoyed it half as much as I do. But remember, no matter what happens in Gears Esports and life itself, the Gears, they never stop turning. Take that lesson from the Coalition of Ordered Governments and your boy Colin the Crow Clark himself. We'll see you all tomorrow, right back here for more Gears Esports Pro League.